What is up, guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football channel, and today we are back with the match preview for the Manchester United versus West Ham game at the Olympic Stadium. Now, unfortunately, there will not be a watch along for this game as I'll actually be going to the game, so yeah, but we will be obviously doing a watch along for the League Cup game against West Ham. That is midweek, so obviously there will also be another match preview for that. So stay tuned, hit the like, subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, so when we do the watch along and the match preview for that game, you will be notified. Anyway, where are West Ham in the league? Now, West Ham are 8th. Obviously, last week they were sitting top of the table. However, thanks to their 0-0 draw with Southampton, they obviously slipped down to 8th. While Manchester United took that place at the top of the Premier League table after they beat Newcastle United 4-1. Goals coming from Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, and the boy, Jay Lings. Now, of course, Manchester United, in the actual last game, they lost to Young Boys in what was a shocking performance, really, wasn't it? I mean, did anything go right? I think pretty much every key decision Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made in that game, he got wrong. And, I mean, look, I could do a whole video on just that game alone, but we won't. And look, at the end of the day, that game's gone. We have to move on from it and come into this game. And at the end of the day, when did it become acceptable to beat Young Boys? Now, last season, we actually played West Ham 3 times. We obviously played them twice in the Premier League, and we also played them in the FA Cup. In the FA Cup game, we beat them 1-0 thanks to a Scott McTominay goal during extra time. I believe that came in the 97th minute. We also played them, like I said, twice in the league. First time winning 3-1 after an inspired second half performance from Manchester United. Where have we heard that before? It happened every week last season. And thankfully, it did happen in that game as we turned around a 1-0 deficit at half-time to win that game 3-1. And obviously, we played them at Old Trafford where we beat them 1-0 thanks to a Craig Dawson own goal. If we're talking team news, West Ham are actually without some key men. Said Benrahma has been ruled out with an injury, while Michail Antonio is out through suspension. So advantage Manchester United. For Manchester United, team news, obviously Rashford is out. While he is back in training now, it's kind of just recovery. So don't expect him to be playing any sort of part in this game. Telles and McTominay, obviously they've been in training for a while now. McTominay has apparently been, is part of the squad. Don't expect him to play many minutes, but if he does, I wouldn't be really surprised either. Ahmad obviously still out. Cavani has been ruled out of this game, and Alex Telles, again, do not expect anything from him. And with all that in mind, this is the team I believe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will play today. So I think he'll go with David De Gea in goal, the back four of normal, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Luke Shaw. I don't need to explain why, you all know. I think he will then go with McTominay and Fred. I think if McTominay's in the squad, he will play. Because that's the type of manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really is. He likes his favourites. He has his favourites. And he will go with them 99.999999% of the time if they are able to play. Do I think McTominay will play the full 90? Probably not. But I think he will play a part in this game from the start, because I think he is slightly scared of this West Ham side and what they could do to us. And while I can see the logic behind that, thanks to the good start they've had this season and how well they did last year, I do think they're going to play far at the back. I do think they are missing arguably their two best players after Declan Rice. This isn't going to be the same West Ham side that we've seen throughout this season. I think they will go far at the back. And I don't think they're going to be as dangerous. So I think you could have a more creative player in that midfield than a Scott McTominay or a Fred. But I think like I said, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer likes McTominay and Fred because of what they offer. They offer just mobility. They offer maybe not loads of football ability, but effort. Then they're going to run so much, going to close down everything. And they're just hard working. And it's kind of let them to mop up everything and then try and give the ball to the front line, which I think he'll go with Pogba, Bruno, Greenwood and Ronaldo, and let them try and score goals. I think, like I said, he'll go Pogba on the left. I think he just wants to get Pogba into a front line. I don't think Jadon Sanchez has lit the Premier League alight so far, so I think he might come out. Greenwood obviously isn't going to get dropped. Bruno and Ronaldo ain't going to get dropped. We know Ollie loves to play Paul Pogba on that left-hand side, so I think that is what we will see today. Moving over to my team, look, I've gone for the same goalkeeper in the back four. I think it's the best. I think it should be the one that we play week in, week out, regardless of whether Dean Henderson is fit or not. My preference has always been David De Gea, will always be David De Gea, while the goalkeepers are currently at the ability they are. Obviously, when Dean Henderson pushes on and potentially becomes better than David De Gea, then that is when I want Dean Henderson in goal. I don't think Dean Henderson is there yet. So when he gets back from injury, look, if he's still not better than David De Gea, I'm going to stick with David De Gea. Back four, like I said, no need to explain it. It's the best back four. I've gone for Fred and Pogba in midfield. Fred, look, he's not had the greatest of starts of the season, but I do think that West Ham side offers probably a little bit too much in terms of mobility and drive in the likes of Thomas Souček and Declan Rice for Nemanja Matic. As well as that, I think in this game, like I said, I think West Ham will play a back five. They'll sit deep. So you don't really need a Matic to also sit very deep, because West Ham will be playing on counter-attacks. And that's why you have such good defenders. And Fred, while he might not be the greatest, he is pretty mobile. He is quick and can get back and stop a counter-attack. And with West Ham playing at five at the back, I want more creative plays. And Paul Pogba playing in that central midfield role offers that more creativity for a front line, that I will go for Anthony Martial on the left. I think, like I said, I don't think Jadon Sanchez lit the Premier League alight. I think in the brief cameos we've seen of Anthony Martial this season, he's looking positive, he's looking better. So I would give him the start today. And plus, I just kind of want to see Anthony Martial play. Bruno Fernandes at 10, obviously. I think, like I said, Greenwood's kind of undroppable at the moment. So I think Greenwood will play. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Jadon Sanchez... Well, I wouldn't be opposed, I should say, to Jadon Sanchez starting on that right-hand side. Obviously, we haven't really seen him out on that right-hand side, at least for long enough to really make a bigger and a real opinion of him on that side. So that is something I would like to see. But like I said, I don't think you're in a position to drop Mason Greenwood after the start he's had to this season. And Cristiano Ronaldo up front. Is there anyone else who's going to take that spot from Cristiano Ronaldo? Absolutely not. Cristiano Ronaldo is arguably the best player in the Premier League, best striker in the Premier League. Pretty much undoubtedly, really. He's got to start at top. And look, he's scored in every game he's played for Manchester United so far since his return. Please, more of the same, please, Cristiano. Now about the game. Look, it's a must win, isn't it? Obviously, look, I'm going to say that every game. You have to be winning a majority of the games in this Premier League season if you want to win the Premier League. It's as simple as that, because Man City, while they did drop points to Southampton, they're not going to drop many points. Liverpool aren't going to drop many points. Chelsea aren't going to drop many points. So you have to win every game. And maybe against those sides that I've mentioned, in Liverpool, in Man City, in Chelsea, maybe them games you don't have to win necessarily. As long as you get a point and you don't let them win, then maybe you can win the Premier League. But you can't not win these type of games against the West Hams, against the Villas, for example, and expect to win the Premier League, because it's simply not going to happen. Furthermore, we simply have to make up for what we did in Switzerland. It was horrific. It was abhorrent. It was pathetic. It was simply unacceptable to lose to Switzerland. Red card or not, it's not acceptable. And we have to make up for that to the fans. And West Ham, look, they're a good side. Like I've mentioned, they're not a walkover. They're not a pushover. So you have to be at your best. And that is the type of game I want to see from Manchester United today, after what was such an embarrassment. It seemed as if we took young boys too easily in a way. And we can't do that anymore. And this is the type of game where you really see a bounce back ability. It's not... You don't really show much when you lose to young boys and you bounce back by beating Norwich. You show you bounce back when you lose embarrassingly to young boys, and then you go to a very good team in West Ham, who, yes, they might be missing a few good players in Benrahma and Antonio, but they are still a good team, and you go beat them 2-0, 2-1, 1-0, whatever. Show a good performance against a good side and say, look, that was a blip, we're back. And do I think that's going to happen? I don't think it's going to be an amazing performance, to be honest. I think it's probably going to be the same sort of performance we constantly see from this Manchester United team. Really poor slow in the first half, where West Ham will probably create the better of the chances, probably look the more likely team to score and win this game. Second half, will probably get a kick up the arse and come out in the second half, probably play better, be the better team, probably get a goal from probably nothing and win the game 1-0. So that is going to be my prediction, a 1-0 Manchester United win. Now, I want to hear your guys' predictions. You get them down below in the comment section. Who do you think will win this game? What's your score predictions? And who do you think will score for either side, whether it's Manchester United or the Hammers? Anyway, like I said, thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed, hit the like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all in the next one in a bit.